voyage of our new boat. We picked up last fall, so much for headway speed only.
He stopped as soon as he got to the thing.
Yeah.
They're assholes. People on skiddies usually.
So we're just kind of hanging out on the new boat.
You look happy.
Apparently, yeah, we're definitely liking it.
She's already made herself at home.
So we got our 75 horse 4-stroke Mercury back there. It's a 2023 Tracker 1754 Grizzly, and we bought it last fall, and then didn't register it or anything. It's pretty hard to use these when there's ice on the lake, so this is the first trip out. What do you think so far?
Awesome so far.
Awesome so far.
Very nice.
So we're trying to do the break-in right now, so we're going to spend 2 hours of all over the place as far as throttle and all that fun stuff. So anyway, we'll update in a little bit.
Out here that was like that, but now I don't.
Yeah. Well, we're still doing the first hour of break-in at this point. Got the break-in going, and we are, how many minutes before we can actually get up to speed? Oh, I guess we can do it now.
Oh boy. My one on quarter.
Hey, sweetheart, we can get up. The 1 hour timer is done, so we can actually get up to full speed for a minute. So,
Hang on more.
yeah. See what it's like flat out. Ready?
Ready?
Is that the odds of us ever, unless it's nice and smooth, of really just being flat out all the time is really about zero.
That won't be often that we need to do that.
Most of the time, we'll be cruising about like this for fuel consumption, right about here.
Little boat up there with
Kayak.
yeah, want to like swamp them.
No, I don't. It's a strange feeling boat
Yeah.
to drive. It feels good. It does not feel like some of the other hull designs that I've had.
Yeah.
It feels pretty stable.
It's very stable.
When it catches the water, like not at a head-on wake, but kind of like at a parallel, like you're overtaking the wake,
Yeah.
you can kind of feel it. She does a little slipping and sliding in the wake a little bit at high speed. So I don't think I would want to have this boat like in a crazy heavy choppy nightmare trying to go really fast. But then again, I've been running it for 1 hour.
Yeah.
That's it.
You'll get the feel of it like crazy too when you're up.
How are you doing, dear?
Well, that's not very much fun.
What?
I said that's not very much fun.
Well, it was the angle. I couldn't tell it which way they were coming at, so
It doesn't matter. It doesn't last that long.
no. Nope.
Did you fall asleep up there earlier?
Oh,
I
You look like
looked
you
really
were.
happy.
That's the other bridge.
Yeah.
It goes back further up there.
It's going home.
But that's all shallow. It's all stumps,
That's
weeds.
what you talked about, yeah.
As teenagers coming out here, we used to call it the stump field because that's what it looked like. It's just a huge water-filled field of just nothing but stumps.
It'd be good for fishing though, wouldn't
It is with a bow-mounted foot-controlled trolling motor,
it?
Yeah.
not with an outboard that you're still breaking in and is not trimmed up. This thing's as low in the water as it could possibly get, which is also too why you have that incredible punch on the takeoff with it. On a glass smooth lake with no wind and no other boats, this thing would be a lot of fun. Oh, did I start the
No. I don't think you did you?
we'll take about 5 minutes or so off of that. What's that?
It is awesome.
The boat or the lake? This is not flat out. This would be what I would consider fuel economy position for a little bit of speed. No. But the way that prop is, the engine has to be trimmed right now. She starts pushing the nose in, so you can really start. I'm watching. So that way you really start feeling it bite in the front because it's trying to drive the bow of the boat down into the water. So it's really kind of hard to pull off the 1 minute full speed stuff with the prop trimmed down that low. And this is so much smaller than the last boat that I had that this feels like a tinker toy compared to that. So too big.
Excessive, like that's not useful for fishing and for the things we want to do. So
It was good for Sebago Lake.
yeah.
When I was out there with the tornado, I was glad that my boat was that big
Yeah, I'm sure.
because those waves were 4 foot. They were massive.
Well, if we're going up north to like things like that, we'll be going like this.
This will be fine. I just would not bisect Moosehead on a windy day by any stretch. I would basically, even with a boat this size, I would respect Moosehead Lake and stay fairly close to shore.
Definitely.
Kind of bump along the shoreline and have a little bit of fun, but I certainly wouldn't try cutting across or running the full length all the way out to Lily Bay or something. That's a long ways, and you're pretty intense out there. Is she just tired or what? Yep. Just talk normal volume right over the engine. No hollering, no nothing. It's very nice. A lot of fishy spots. Just purrs. And then when I back it all the way off so that it's just at idle, a couple times that I've done that, I thought it stalled
Yeah, it's so
because it's so quiet you can't really hear it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like my Tohatsu Nissan engines in the past, just real bulletproof reliability. They were great. But as far as, just usability, they were oil injected. They were still a 2-stroke, but it wasn't like you had to mix the gas. It was oil injected in the engine.
Yeah.
But these 4-strokes are just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yep. Break-in and outboard motors is a pain in the balls. Up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and RPMs and speed and back down and over here. And got a little wake coming, sweetheart. I hope the numbers are still on the boat.
I doubt it.
Because they keep peeling off. Yeah, I mean, they constantly just fall off, so.
One of them was falling off in the driveway when we left, so I'm pretty sure they're blown off by now. There's no way.
Probably not. Oh my God, there's still, I started it late, so there's still about 35 minutes of this. Listen up.
I know, like, is it on still?
It's so quiet. I mean, you can literally whisper over it and still be heard. It's nuts. I like it.
Look how sleepy you are.
Are you that tired, honey?
Oh.
I just trimmed the motor up a little bit. You could already feel it pick up speed, and I didn't touch the accelerator. I did not press anything. Could also be why the steering was real tight too, is because the engine was so low. It put so much, oomph on that engine that it may have been one of the reasons why it was so hard to steer. Could be part of it. Don't know, because we haven't had the boat very long. So yeah, we're about done with the break-in, 2-hour break-in. Because I started it late anyway. I was already doing hour 2 for a little bit before I remembered to start the timer. So it's at this point we decided it was time to head back. It was a great experience. We do love the boat. I know that it is very annoying to go through the break-in process of a new outboard. Followed the instructions from Mercury to a T. So hopefully from here forward we'll never have any issues with this motor. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. and we have ordered a bow-mounted trolling motor that will be in shortly. And at some point down the line, after a little bit of usage of said boat, we will be doing a review of this boat. So thank you. Have a wonderful day.